Hello, my name is Tara Springett. I'm a Buddhist teacher and psychotherapist, and I have specialized in helping people dealing with their Kundalini symptoms. Today I would like to talk about the problem of too little energy. Now, these are symptoms of sadness, depression, listlessness and fatigue. So just like mooching around and not being motivated and also feeling very fatigued. Now also people without Kundalini can have all of these problems, but we are now focusing on having these problems within the context of a Kundalini awakening. So basically these problems are caused by an overfocus of the upper chakras, so heart chakra, throat and head, and not focusing enough on the powerful chakras of the lower chakras, particularly the navel and the abdomen, where our power is and our energy. And now quite a lot of people get that problem if they focus too long on meditations, which we call in Buddhism shamatha, which is calm abiding, focusing on the breath, quiet meditation, still meditation without any kind of object or visualization. And if you do that too long or in a little bit in the wrong way, then you can find yourself in this place where you feel very, very depleted of energy, very listless, very fatigued possibly. And this problem in principle can be remedied by focusing more strongly on the lower chakras, where our strength is, our power, our sexual feelings. And a lot of spiritual seekers make the mistakes of thinking they don't need to deal with the lower chakras. These are the lower passions, sex, power, anger and so forth. And now this is not really the right approach, because we do need the energy of the lower chakras. We obviously don't need strong anger or power games or things like that, but we do definitely need the energy of the navel and the abdomen. And you know, that is really what the Kundalini awakening is all about. You know, namely that the energy of the lower chakras come up and, you know, suffuse the higher chakras with energy. And while that is happening, you know, people sometimes go through long phases of increased sexual desire, of increased anger and so forth. And obviously that is not easy. Particularly the anger can be very destructive. But it is important that we learn to deal with this, that we learn to really have and access the energy of the lower chakras. And in Tibetan Buddhism it is taught that in a small anger, so if you're a little bit angry, that there is the gift of discriminating wisdom. So that means we see things more clearly, we know better what's right and wrong, good and bad, and so forth. And for that we need a little bit of anger. And if we kind of blur all this out, and we are never judging anybody, we are just always nice and kind and so on, we separate ourselves from this discriminating wisdom, and we can easily be taken advantage of. And so this is a little bit difficult, and in particular it is just those people who often suffer from fatigue or various pains, back pain and so forth, and are prone to depression and lack of motivation. And so that is what we need to do when we feel we suffer from fatigue and on these negative symptoms. We need to go to the lower chakras, we need to access the energy, we need to find what kind of attitudes we have that kind of block us from doing that. Maybe we think that's not spiritual enough, or that's somehow beneath us, or dangerous, or all these things. And deal with the anger that will invariably come up when we access these chakras, because obviously letting the anger out at other people, that's definitely not what is desirable. So anger is called the tricky emotion in Tibetan Buddhism because it is not easy to deal with. You know, it is, if you let it out, you create a destruction. If you keep it in, you harm yourself. So this is something that everybody needs to kind of find individual ways of dealing with that, but that's in principle is the answer to the problem of low energy. Okay, I hope this energy was helpful, and if you liked the video, please give me a thumb up or leave me a comment. I always like that. Up here is a link for my channel to subscribe, and here is a link to my Kundalini book where you find a lot more information about this topic. Thank you for listening.